What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of news to talk about in relation to the NBA, as the Sacramento Kings have done something that was very bold. I didn't think they would be doing this, but at the same time, it kind of does make sense in the direction they probably want to go down in the next few seasons. They decided to do something that I think is very, very interesting for the rest of the league, I would say, but still surprising. Ladies and gentlemen, they waived DeMar DeRozan. And no, do not give me the comments about did DeMar DeRozan wave back. I don't want to hear it, all right? I've heard it all before. I don't need to hear it here. I just want to talk about whether or not this was the right decision for DeMar DeRozan and for the Sacramento Kings. I'm assuming there is a mutualness to this. I don't think it's just as straightforward as Sacramento let DeMar go. I'm sure there was a little bit of a mutualness to it. DeMar DeRozan is getting up there in age. I'm sure he doesn't want to spend another season wasted with the Sacramento Kings in the process. So I feel like Sacramento would have brought up this idea with DeMar DeRozan, and DeMar DeRozan was on board with the decision. I think that's the only way this would have went. I feel like if either party weren't interested in this, I think Sacramento respects DeMar DeRozan enough where if this wasn't the case and he wasn't happy with it, they would have kept him on for another season, because to be honest, they would be losing games either way. Or if DeMar DeRozan wasn't happy about it, Sacramento would respect the decision. And if Sacramento wasn't happy about it, they wouldn't have done it anyway. You know, something along those lines. So, look, let's break it down. Let's talk about whether or not it's the right decision in this video. Before we get any further, if you like the video and you want to see more from me, feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you are new. And let me know what you guys think about DeMar DeRozan and whether or not you believe this was the right or wrong decision for his career. Whew, let's get started. DeMar DeRozan is a great player. Till this day, a great player. Consistent 20-point per game scorer. Just an unbelievable player. I mean, he played for the Bulls recently as well. So I can say this from experience. I think he's a player that, from my point of view now, shouldn't be a first option on a team anymore. I know he's up there in age, but that's not really it. It's just the way that he plays. I just don't think it suits the modern NBA anymore. But it doesn't mean he can't make a fully well-deserved competitive run in the NBA either. Like, he fully deserves to be able to have that achievement and that accomplishment, and he should be able to push forward in that regard. And I just think it just can't happen as a first option. You know, I think it's something I learned about him as a Bulls player. He had a close to an MVP caliber season with the Chicago Bulls the first time around, you know, with Alonzo Ball and the Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic. You know, when things were going well, they were going really, really well. And it goes to show that a right team around DeMar DeRozan can be a very dangerous team. I think for him now, it's just about finding that. And since we're well beyond the years where we could truly say, you know, I guess anything of the sorts in relation to him being, I guess, a number one option on a very good team. It's been a while since we've been able to say that. He should just kind of join a team that he won't be the vocal point on that team. I mean, last season he averaged 18 points, which in 77 games, which is easily the lowest we have seen. I think this is the lowest we have seen since his rookie season, maybe. I mean, from 2013 to 2014 for the Raptors, it was 22 points. He's averaged 20 plus points per game for 13 years. 2025, 2026 was the year where he averaged 18 points. So, look, he shouldn't be a first option anymore. That's all I'm going to say. And considering he got waived, he's most likely going to get paid out the entirety of that contract. I'm pretty sure it was an expiring deal nonetheless. So, all bets are off with DeMar DeRozan. He can go anywhere he wants. What are the possible destinations? I think the one that I've been hearing the most is the return to the Raptors as a very interesting one. DeMar DeRozan and the Toronto Raptors, man. Wow. We really are just having a welcome home ceremony over in Toronto. Everybody from their past, just bring them all back. We know Kyle Lowry could potentially rejoin the Raptors on a 10-day to retire there. We know that Kawhi Leonard got traded back to the Raptors. Just bring DeMar. Why not? Let's just have, you know what? Where's Valanciunas? Where's Siakam? Let's bring them all back. One more run, baby. Let's do it. Raptors fans, Raptors organization, make it happen, bro. Go trade for Siakam. Go do it right now. Just go, bring him back. Just give him the picks. Give someone. Just bring him back. Just do it. Just have one last run with it. Why not? To be honest, I actually don't mind this deal for DeMar DeRozan with the Raptors. I think the Raptors, if anything, could use more scoring. They're a pretty solid defensive team. They got rid of a very good mid-range shooter in Brandon Ingram. You are getting one, to be fair, in Kawhi Leonard, but you can always get more. And Kawhi Leonard is definitely more of a 3-and-D guy than the DeMar DeRozan. So you can allow DeMar DeRozan to sort of play the way that he needs to play and get a bucket for you in certain situations where things might not be going your way offensively. And I could see him working well off the bench for the Raptors. I could also see him starting maybe at certain points for the Raptors as well. He's definitely a starter still in this league. You know, he's averaged well over 30 points pretty much every single year of his career. So I still see him as a starter. But playing with a guy like Kawhi, for example, he wouldn't be the first option. And the pressure is not all on him to score. So that's where I think DeMar DeRozan needs to be. A place where he's not the first option, but he's a good enough option to be able to get you out of tight situations. That's where I think his bread and butter is. He's phenomenal at getting to the line. He's phenomenal at getting to his spots. A very underrated handler for a guy his size. He's good at playmaking when it's isolation-based. And he's just naturally, ever since he joined the Spurs, he's just been more well-rounded. You know, the Raptors in those early years, he jumped from a 3.9 assist rate with the Raptors in his last year there in 2017 or 2017, 2018 to 6 assists with the Spurs in 2019 and 2020. It was 5.6, nearly 7 assists in 2021. You know what I mean? And it went back again with the Bulls as his goal was to score, but he still was averaging over 4 to 5 assists per game. He's become more well-rounded since he joined the Spurs. And yeah, I think he could work for the Raptors. That would be my first choice. I love a little bit of a welcome home ceremony. Bring him back. Absolutely. No doubts in my mind. That's where I'd like to see him go. But any contending team would be ideal. Whether it's the Thunder, if he wants to go back to the Spurs, that's fine as well. Whether it's, you know, Detroit, and I know Detroit could use a little bit of scoring. They didn't have great scoring. Even if you want to go to a team like Orlando, I feel like that could work. But DeMar and Vucevic in the same team, yikes. I don't know about that. There are loads of teams. Maybe even Boston. Heck, just see if you could fix Boston. I don't know. But there are loads of options contending-wise that I think DeMar DeRozan can go to, but I'd love to see him just go to the Raptors, man. Just go back. That'd be so fun. Again, I think this season for the NBA is going to be the most funnest season I've seen in a long time. So many big deals, so many big teams. Everything's changing. I can't wait for the new NBA game so we can actually see these things unless you change the roster yourselves, of course. But can't wait for the new NBA game so we can kind of get these rosters and play my career in them and everything in between. That would be quite lovely as well. So, yeah, that's my view on DeMar DeRozan. Look, I'm really tired. Speaking right now is actually tiring me a lot. I'm feeling quite ill for the past 2.5 weeks, or 2 weeks, I should say, nearly 2 weeks. I've been feeling quite ill, so I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know how to fix it, but yeah, I'm going to end it now because I'm just really tired. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.